Subscribe, hype, like, click the notification bell and turn on all notifications. And donate with a super thanks donation in the comments section below for the unfiltered, unapologetic SeanzViewEnt, your home for WWE news, rumors, and backstage chaos. This is where gossip gets exposed around the clock. Now, here's your host, the brash SeanzViewEnt.
We are just hours away before WWE Clash in Italy, and boy, is the WWE clashing with a lot of different variables backstage, whether it be injury, whether it be news, rumors, gossip, whether it be right, whether it be wrong, whether it be returns, whether it be championship changes, whether it be titles being on the line. We have a whole hell of a lot to talk about on a day where we heard that Donald Trump is now owning a part of the WWE due to the TKO stock that he has invested in, and that is of huge interest now that the President of the United States of America is involved in the WWE in more ways than one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with just under 24 hours to go before Clash in Italy, I want your preview. I want your predictions. Who do you want to see walk out the winner? Who will walk out the winner? Who will walk up and walk out as a champion? Who will walk out as the challenger? Who will walk out as the winners and the losers tomorrow night at Clash in Italy? Are you even going to be watching WWE Clash in Italy tomorrow night on the PLE's ESPN? Or are you going to wait until the highlights come out? Or are you going to read the results online? Maybe you're going to go to a friend's, maybe a girlfriend's, maybe a boyfriend's, maybe the barroom, maybe the movies, maybe the mall, maybe the hall. Wherever you're going to go, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you are going to tune in and watch WWE Clash in Italy, because it's probably one of the better cards. It is probably one of the stronger cards that the WWE has had. Also, breaking news on the 2026 WWE Money in the Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, the projected winners are online right now of both the men's and the women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen, because, ladies and gentlemen, we go above and beyond to give you the most extensive, the most exclusive, and the most produced WWE news, rumors, gossip, speculation, hearsay, and innuendo right here. Because you got the King of the Ring. And whoever wins this year's King of the Ring will get a shot at the WWE title. And then whoever wins the Money in the Bank this year will have a shot, a crack at whatever champion they want for up to 1 year. Now, we all remember when the WWE really fumbled the ball with Austin Theory and Chad Gable's former tag team partner, Otis. We remember what happened there, ladies and gentlemen. That was really bad. That was very horrible, and that was very tragic. But this year, guys, who's going to stand out? Who is going to get their arm raised? Who is going to have the opportunity of a lifetime that will change their careers forever, potentially and probably? Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the heavy news, the heavy artillery here on Sean's View Entertainment. As again, guys, and this is those tough videos. These are the hardest videos to do on this very channel because of stories like this that get leaked out. But ladies and gentlemen, somebody's going to do it, and that's going to leave it up to the brash and the brazen. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately and untimely, we have another death, another WWE star killed, another wrestling star, not WWE star necessarily, but a huge professional wrestling star that was just getting his life started, was just learning the ropes, was just coming into his own, ladies and gentlemen. We are receiving word right now. Viewers, fans, and subscribers, an incredibly tragic news. A hit-and-run accident, and they're always infuriating. But losing someone so young who was actively on his way to do what he loved makes it even harder to process. Tempo, ladies and gentlemen, was a rising young wrestler in his early 20s who only started his professional wrestling career post-pandemic. He had been gaining steady momentum working for promotions like Big Lucha and Psycho Clowns Group, making him a familiar and promising fixture of the Neza independent circuit. He was also deeply rooted in the wrestling tradition as the son of veteran luchador Tony Cero Sr. Local reports from Mexico City confirmed the devastating details of the accidents And the fact that the driver of the cargo truck simply fled the scene after causing such a horrific multi-vehicle accident is gut-wrenching, especially before WWE's Clash in Italy. The Universal Lucha Company event went ahead, holding a poignant and emotional minute of applause to honor this professional wrestler. A match he was supposed to main event, ladies and gentlemen. It is a somber day for the Lucha Libre community and independent wrestling as a whole. Obviously, this is one of those things, guys, that you dread, that you don't want to read into, but that is exactly what we have to give to you, because we have the ups, we have the downs, we have the good, and we have the bad. And obviously, SeanzViewEnt Entertainment is here to give you all the news overall. But ladies and gentlemen, as our thoughts and our prayers go out to this wrestler who was really coming to his own, was really wanting to start a career, start a family. There was a lot of gossip and rumors. The feeling was is that this guy could have been the next WWE superstar. He could have been the next TNA performer. Hell, he could have even maybe went to AEW. But either way, a young life has been lost, and it is absolutely sad. It is sickening and absolutely heartbreaking, guys. Absolutely heartbreaking in every sense of the word. Jade Cargill calls out X or Twitter after her official fan account gets suspended. And actually, there's a lot of people that are praising this. Some people that are actually in awe of this. Also, Cody Rhodes admits that he's addicted. Was he addicted to the drug? What is he addicted to? Paraphernalia? Is he addicted to alcohol? What is Cody Rhodes addicted to? No. Cody Rhodes says and admits he's addicted to the top spot in WWE. And Cody Rhodes at the same time makes a bold claim about Gunther ahead of WWE Championship match. And Cedric Alexander says TNA has wrestling's most underrated roster, while Elena Black addresses possibly competing for TNA Knockouts title in the Ultimate X. And fans are now blasting WWE for using Julia to promote Clash in Italy while leaving her off the card entirely. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Also, Elena Black reveals why TNA was exactly what she needed after her exit from the WWE. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions on all of that. Also, when is Psychopath himself, former WWE champion, when is Drew McIntyre about to return to the company? Now, we shed some light on this a little bit before, but ladies and gentlemen, there is a strong chance that he either comes back tomorrow night on pay-per-view at Clash in Italy on ESPN, or that he makes his return within the next couple of weeks. So look forward to Drew McIntyre on your TV screens again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we hit you with the greatest, the hottest, the newest, the most definitive, the most defiant. SeanzViewEnt Entertainment keeps you clued in and keyed in to all WWE news and rumors, as the question still remains. The question, it is still up in the air for the undisputed World's Heavyweight Championship. Jacob fought 2. Roman Reigns, still not confirmed and still up in the air. Subscribe, with plenty more to come from the Brash and the Brazen, where Tony Khan is said to be excited about potential AEW future with Paramount. Plenty more to come. Subscribe.